That's kind of what I go out to do, is kind of make you interested in the Republican Party and excited about what we're doing. And real quick, I was very interested in what Don was saying about the IB program, because my niece was actually one of the first IB students that went to Hillsborough, and that explains why she voted for Obama. So I'm all for quitting any of that. I think that's kind of prevalent in our whole society, isn't it? We're going more the way liberal sometimes, you think, because the whole thing with vulture capitalism, with even though that came from our own guys, I was just shocked by that, because Romney was in a private situation. If say Dennis gives Mitt Romney money to invest, and he does, and he makes money, that's not a bad thing. But when Obama comes out and criticizes that, when he has sent more jobs overseas than Romney ever thought about doing, and he invested in such companies with our money, like Solyndra, that's disturbing for people to buy it from Mitt Romney but not see it from Barack Obama. That's enough of this speech. Let me just tell you, does anybody know what a state committee woman is?
I do.
Well, yes, because I'm exactly what...
Me too.
I know. Yes, because Steve's done his homework on what he's running for, and he just sits there and says, okay, if I was a woman, I would be the state committee woman, but I'm going to be the state committee man. So the state committee man and the state committee woman and the chairman are all head of the REC in Pasco. You're on the REC, right? And you'll start in January. Okay, and those are the three board members at the top of that. And what we do as state committee women and state committee men is we send all you committee men and women and all you other grassroots people to the state level. So with the RPOF. And that's what we do, and we're at the grassroots level. And what you're doing tonight is exactly the kind of thing we like to see happen, because it informs the Republican electorate in Pasco County. And we also like to see candidates, we like to encourage them to get out there, and we like to encourage our Republicans to support them. So that's basically what we do. Basically, I grew up here in Land O'Lakes, so I'm a native Laker. I'm obviously a native Pasco resident, and I'm also a fourth-generation Floridian. So I love my county. I grew up here. I think it's the best county in the whole world. I did live shortly in Atlanta. I was a flight attendant for Eastern Airlines. You might remember that, and that's going way back. And I hate to say it, but no, I don't hate to say it. It was a very interesting experience for me. As you remember, Eastern Airlines, there was a big strike, and we weren't doing that bad, but we were one of the original companies where the employees paid in. We paid into, we had part of the company, basically. Part of our salary went in, and we got stock in exchange. Obviously, that didn't work out so well for us that didn't sell it prior to it going under. But anyway, when Eastern folded, and I only tell this story because it was quite an experience for me. I had just gone through an operation, and Steve had cutbacks in his company. So anyway, we were both looking at not too good of a time. And when the union came and said we were going on strike, there was a pilots union, and there was the baggage handlers union and the mechanics union, and they all had big war chests. And the flight attendants didn't have a war chest, so they sent us to social services. And at that point in time, I said, I got a guy over here that's going to pay me, and I got social services. What do I do? So I was one of the ones that crossed the picket line, and it wasn't easy because I was sent to Boston. And you were in Massachusetts. It's not good for a person to cross a picket line in Boston. It's not a good thing. I had people follow me with cameras, and I had all kinds of things happen to me. But it was kind of one of those things where I am an American, and I am free to believe and do what I want. And I didn't need a group telling me whether I could work or not, when I thought in my best interest I had a job and I was going for it. So that's just the way I feel. I know other people might feel different, and they're entitled to that. I don't know why I went off on that story, but I just thought I'd share it with you. I want to say that I think I can represent you as a Republican. I think you can see that I'm very conservative. And if you'll give me that chance, it's August 14th, in case we didn't mention. It's a party position, so August 14th is it. That's what I'll be on. It's not a paid position. It's a volunteer position. And I did this in 2000 was my first year as a precinct committee woman. I ran, had to run for it. And I won, and I'm thinking, my goodness, I keep running for things that don't pay for anything, so it doesn't show a whole lot of good sense on my part. But that's just the way I am. I volunteer a lot in the community, and I volunteer a lot for my party because I believe in it.